Ambaye mamuina akwaba ewie Edmoba KFM TV eso emra so se kase bottle no ye de besom wo ewie nsem no edoso ye papa na mekai wo se dwumeko bi adaroma na ewie wo mo ebo mechidom Maame de kase boy me de ebesom asida PSA enkonfama KFM Musical Center wo muto instrument ye combo guitar microphone speaker drum set ni anu wodweni etwemo KFM Musical Center so ya wonsa ebetimi akani na bi uba na ikopie mu ewa santimantema womo ewa edum womo ne Sambra Hotel no anabon hwenim won karmantem haso no womo ewa Accra Zongolin enu tubetimi akoho na ono makoye ejuma ewo hosa sa enso so ana ewie eye talent microfinance almost womo yesika krabia womo aba womo ebo anipa dodo na mo musika sem ejina ne nine so enu nti se wo ye ankrankan nyumeko sorry na mo pe baby edi musika esie no eye talent nkwa ana mbetimi ne omo eduma se wo pe bosia edi ahye edwuma ase ana edi ahye we edwuma mu no eno so eye talent nkwa wo mbetimi aye edi ama na ye fe ye papa ama osika sem no etimi ejina ne nine so ye papa manta medunsia no talent for abom homodin edunsia ne mu a de aka no so mugu so a womode nhihye pa egu kwan so wometimi edro ho ede ama obibia ewie dada batek hub womoso womuton phones ene ho akade bia se ope Infinix iPhone Samsung yam Tecno ni na anudweni etwem ewo dada batek hub wonsa ebetimi akasa phones ni na bi wo ho womo ewo kaneshi womo ebenta kwa station no penu nti wetimi akoho na oni omo akoye ejuma ewie ejuma kowe adaroma ana omo bo mechi do ma mede kase ebo mede ebeso mo nsem no edoso ye papa na de bedi mu akotini ebiene se Dennis Miracle Abuaje ewie woden nsem bi abetudwa wochim se aban empese galamse a ekoso wo my Ghana na obehwe na waso ano ede aman yede mu nsem yede ebeba beso mo sa enso so ana eye boat drivers ni ade a wo ewo station no eye superintendent police ni ba ko ho wabekasa wochim se si ade kamia yese krono sema ekoso ewo teshi ene important boat drivers no wo mo mpese wo mbeye ejuma ewo sign no so yede mu nsem yede ebeba beso mo Bank of Ghana and the day wo so eden nsem bi abetudwa no so yede mu ntwemu yede ebeba beso mo hosa we ni nsem ni afofo pi awie yabo ano yede ebeso mo se kase botew ewo KFM TV ne so mekai wo se awie nsem no etwego ewo abe fonten tamfide ne so Facebook and YouTube KFM TV GH eno tu betimi akoho no wahwe bi na wa share na wa like na wa dwenche no so di egwase ama me kama kenkai for awie wote menka no edin a meje so ene Maame Esi Nkrumah meda ne me ho sima ba me ba nsem no me hya ase edi ama Adeshimamba eguso a emamuina akwaba edamu asise awie muguso etimu TV no ho amohwe kase botew ewo KFM TV ne so na mekoso ekai wo se awie nsem no etwego ewo abe fonten tamfide ne so Facebook and YouTube KFM TV GH eno tu betimi akohwe bi na wa share na wa like na wa dwenche no udi egwase ama me kama eho samberbe ma mekan ni a ede ama mo me hye nsem na se ede ama odi a Dennis Miracle Abuaje endedwe wodi nsembi abetudwa wodi kwama the National Democratic Congress NDC amenu kono wochim se galamse ade bia ekoso ewo my Ghana haye papa na NDC amenu kono ba no wo mode tudwa se wo behwe ama wo mo aso galamse ano se ne be yensuo ene yensase a ese wo my Ghana ha ne betimi aso ano na kame ayese aban ebunani eguso a won pese wodi ni energy ni ade no wodi beteki action se ne be galamse no ano ebetimi abra so san chemu se eye won popo wo mo ahopopo ene wo mo Kenya wo mo eye ina wodi ko ede ama NPP amenu ko na eno enya de bia etwaye wo se wo mo hwe na galamse a ekoso wo my Ghana ha no wo mutimi hwe na yeso ano Dennis Miracle Abuaje ne sema wodi tudwa no ewie KFM TV yenso yedi bi esomo.
For me, it's clear that this NDC government came into office without a plan on dealing with Galamsey, and that for me is a disappointing aspect, because Galamsey remains one of the top 3 reasons why the NDC came to power, without doubt. They peddled across this country the fact that they had a solution to Galamsey and actually managed to turn the entire country against the government, MPP government, and created an impression as if they had a magic wand. 2 weeks to elections, NDC and its surrogates were on the streets demonstrating for 1 week non-stop. At some point, the lands minister now, the man in charge of dealing with this, actually advocated on TV and said that we should declare a state of emergency now. 4 cabinet ministers today actually spoke live on air, insisting that what the country needs was a state of emergency, and that would solve the problem. The president made about 6 specific promises in dealing with Galamsey. He says that he will use artificial intelligence to fight Galamsey. Yeah. He says that he was going to stop arresting the small boys in the Galamsey pit and go after kingpins. He was going to, in the first 120 days, ban all form of illegal mining and forest reserve mining. He also said that he was going to ensure that the LI that allows mining in forest reserves are repealed. These are things, specific things that he made. You see, Nana, I have said always that I'm not expecting our water bodies to clean up in 9 months. But the reason why every Ghanaian is jittery is because we don't see any blueprint, any way forward by the government. Even more scarier is the part where the government is refusing to admit the worsened situation in the Galamsey menace. You heard Madilo, he's trying to say some people who are even showing bottles may be lying. It is one of the reasons why I had a course to move around with media people to just present that evidence the government asked for, to prove to them that indeed Galamsey is escalated. That is why when we did our rounds, we didn't even go to the Galamsey areas. We went to places where this impact had never been felt before. The Ayesu River in Kwenyako, Mankron, Oketeo, Ochekon, all those places, they have never, first of all, these are not mining areas. Exactly. They know nothing about mining. And the impact now is so devastating that it points to the escalated nature of the situation. As we speak, more than half of Central Region do not have potable water. And it's been like that for over 2 months. The turbidity levels of our water bodies are skyrocketing. The Kwenyako area is moved from 14,000 to about 94,000 NTUs. We are in trouble, big trouble. And the challenge is that the government is even refusing to admit the urgency in the situation.
Fanunti same way Anna Dennis Miracle Abuaje wode abetuja KFM TV enso yede bi ebesomo ewo kase no so yede wo e free sansem no na yede wakọ nsem fofom de yede kopie mo ewo teshi enen importem amanebo a e free ho eba ne se krono sem no e kame ayesa adoso ewo ho yie papa eno enam so ma boat drivers ni ade na yango ni de kaka ho no mo enye adwuma ho isan se so obi order ride na kopie mo ho a wo mo be wi a eno enam so ma wo mo chese saade we koso ho ye papa entwa ye no enam so ma chief superintendent Vincent Adote a wo Ghana Post edwumeko no wabeka sa wo chim se si ade mo share traditional leaders mpenifo ahodo a wo mo ewo teshi ene ne mpotem se wo mo hwe na saade we wo mo enye bibi fa ho ne de koso na yade a eni enya ye papa chief superintendent Vincent Adote ni sema wo di tu dwan ebi ana yesu ye de someone
system teshi has been noted as one of the highest in the country where people abuse drugs. All kinds of drugs are found here. You see, we being peddled openly. I will challenge the Nime and Name to start joining us in this fight, because sometimes I interview the young ones and they say it is the elderly people, it is the chiefs who are doing it. It is our elderly people who are not united that things are in disorder in Teshi. So please, you have to begin to mount platforms and be talking against drug abuse. My personal survey that I have seen in Teshi is that about, when you put 100% down, about 98% are into drugs. The youth taking a large number, and then some of the elderly people too are all there. You see them, all of them are wearing the black lipsticks. Their lips are all black, because they have burned their lips. Drug abuse is bringing a whole lot of things into Teshi. The unnecessary assaults and battery, fightings here and there will be a cause. People burgling people's houses to steal their property. Every day we have stealing cases. today Uber cannot come to Teshi because the thieves would snatch their phones. Every day we have cases of phone snatching from Uber, Yango, and then boat drivers. You see, these drugs, wherever drugs are, it brings a lot of vices. Prostitution will come, robbery will come, stealing will come, assault, fighting here and there will come. So please, the chiefs and elders, Nime Name, please join us. Because if you don't join, the next 10 years, I don't know how the youth are going to be.
Ebusiafo no nti semwe anna eye chief superintendent wode abetudwa yensu yedi bi amamo ewo sa yede mo efri sansem no na ewie yede wo ekopie mo ewo nsem from the Ghana Ace Commission wo mo de abetudwa si ade wo mo chemi se wo mo de nkita hode egu kwan ma wo mo ebe introduce eye HIV eye preventive drug ewo 2026 emu wo chese sa drugs we wo mo edi free amanoni ena ebe pie mo ewo my Ghana ha eno eye ade bi ebeboa ama HIV yade no ano etimi abrase ewo my Ghana ha no motina se a wo mo ye hwehwemu no wo mo chem se eye afi etwa mu no 2024 mu no nipa wo mo nya HIV yade bi eye 15,000 nipa 15,000 no mo bom homodin enya HIV yade ebi ewo my Ghana ha eno ti wo mo chese yade no kwa na ekoso eno ti kwan ombefa so a wo mo ebeso ano ne se wo mo de preventive drug ebeba ebepie mu ewo my Ghana ha na bibia no etimi aye adwuma ede aboa o my Ghana ne no ana director general ede ma commission Dr. Prosper Akambon wo no ana odi tu dwa ye ndrada September boss mini de tosu eduasamo no ana ochem se sia de mpanifo ene amanoni mpanifo so enya nkita hode a mo chese sene yade ma ne ho so ye papa no wo mo de vaccine ba eno bebo mo san chese mbebunu no dodo na ene yade wo mo enya wo my Ghana ha mpanifo de wo mo enya bi na mom endorse ti se mbebunu no enu nti wo mo san de kokobo de kwama mbebunu ene obi bi wo my Ghana se HIV yade no se sia de amane ho meso wo my Ghana ha ye papa enu nti kwa bia na wahwe ho ye na se sia drug ebeba eno eyade bia ebeboa ama yina yetimi akon etia yade ewo my Ghana same way ana Ghana Ace Commission ewe wo mode abetudwa yenso yede bi abesom yedu efree sansem no ma na yedo ekwadwade ensem Bank of Ghana ndedu wo mode ensem bi abetudwa mu chem se sia de eye transparent regulation wo mode be ye adwuma ewo my Ghana haye papa eno ebeboa ama Ghana yesikasem etimi ejina ne nice na bibibia akoso ye ede ama my Ghana same way ana Bank of Ghana wo mode tudwa ewo dwumedia ekoso ewo nkramantem hano yede bi esom ewi
flows and demand careful policy attention. Left unchecked, such risks could undermine the monetary sovereignty, financial stability, and consumer protection across African economies. Ladies and gentlemen, in shaping regulatory responses, Africa must adopt a structured, forward-looking approach anchored in 5 key principles. Now highlights these key principles. 1, consumer and investor protections. Safeguards must ensure that individuals and businesses engaging in digital asset transactions are adequately protected from fraud, market abuse, unfair practices, and the likes. Disclosure requirements and strong redress mechanisms are essential for protecting consumers. Second is financial stability and integrity. Digital assets activities must be integrated into the broader financial oversight framework to mitigate against systemic risk. This includes ensuring alignment with AML and CFT policies and standards consistent with the FATF guidelines. That's the Financial Action Task Force. Regulatory innovation is the third, and adaptability. The frameworks that should be introduced across Africa must not stifle technological advancements. In fact, instruments such as regulatory sandboxes, pilot programs, and innovation hubs can enable authorities to monitor emerging businesses and business models while promoting responsible innovation. Fourth is an often ignored but important dimension: regional and continental harmonization. Fragmented national approaches risk regulatory arbitrage and market inefficiencies. Through platforms such as African Union, regional economic communities, and the Africa Continental Free Trade Area, Africa must ensure and pursue harmonized standards that facilitate interoperability as well as cross-border financial integration. And perhaps finally, international cooperation. Given the global nature of digital assets, and you see it today more than ever, it is important that African regulators actively engage in global standard-setting bodies, ensuring that the continent's perspectives are represented and that international norms are appropriately adapted to our African contexts. These are very 5 important pillars that must be reflected in regulatory frameworks across Africa. And let me give you a sense of what Bank of Ghana has been doing in collaboration with the Securities and Exchange Commission, as well as the Financial Intelligence Center.
Financing same way and a Bank of Ghana and penny for one more to do a so you'd be ever somewhere ever cassia bottle so ye so na a year in some no yedninia abaneri and some no na a dos ye papa na de more aquatini AB and it said Dennis Miracle Abwaji a what in same be ever to draw efa galam say one KFM so yedi be ever somosa and so and Chief Superintendent A.F. Vincent Aboka one also edbe to draw watch him so copium our tishi any important ade akoro no sema ekoso ho no eno ama boat drivers no wo mu enye adwuma ho eno so yedo mu esuko edma Bank of Ghana enso eden sembi ebe to driver Ghana yesika sem ho yede mu ntwemu yede ebe somo weni nsem ne afofo pe awie ye bo ano yede ebe somo se kase boto ewo KFM TV ne so na dwumeko bi adaroma ana wie wo mo so yasne ma yede ebro KFM Musical Center dada batek up and a talent microfinance wo mo ano mo boy chido ma yede kase boy yede ebe somo ken han for wie wo temi kanu edin ameje so ene Maame Esi Nkrumah ebo 12:30 pepe pa efo MC Kafka for the group zone Midday no wo de beto aso ede amakramu ya